What if I told you that the key to fulfilling and lasting relationships isn't found in the desperate pursuit of love, but rather in letting it come to you naturally? Imagine for a moment a world where you never have to beg for affection, where love flows effortlessly and genuinely. That's the transformative power of Stoicism, a philosophy that guides us in embracing a balanced approach to love, free from anxiety and fear of ending up alone. In today's exploration, we will unravel the art of not forcing love, showing you how Stoic principles can help cultivate deep, meaningful connections naturally. It's time to step back from the common belief that love needs to be chased or fought for. Instead, we'll discover how aligning with Stoic virtues can lead us to relationships that are as authentic as they are enduring. So get comfortable as we dive into this journey of mastering the art of not forcing love. You're about to learn how to enrich your personal world with natural affection and harmony without having to sacrifice your dignity or peace. Stay with us as we uncover how Stoicism can empower you to redefine love not as an act of desperation, but as a state of being that naturally draws in everything you've been seeking. The Stoic foundation. At its core, Stoicism is a profound philosophy built on the pillars of logic, virtue, and emotional clarity. It teaches us to discern what is within our control and what is not, guiding us to respond to life's challenges with reasoned calmness. When we apply these Stoic principles to our relationships, it encourages a shift from impulsive emotional responses to thoughtful, constructive interactions. Picture relationships defined by mutual respect and understanding rather than conflict or neediness. Stoicism, which originated in ancient Greece, offers timeless wisdom that can enhance our personal connections today. One of its greatest contributors, Seneca, emphasized the importance of inner virtue over external possessions or validation. He believed that love should stem from genuine respect for one's partner and oneself. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic, taught that personal integrity and self-awareness are crucial in cultivating authentic relationships. Their teachings enrich our understanding of love, urging us to pursue relationships where both partners uplift each other for who they are, not what they can do for one another. Embracing Stoic ideals redefines love as a shared journey of growth, embraced with goodwill and clarity. By living in alignment with Stoic values, we open ourselves to love that enriches our lives without the pressure of desperation or false pretenses. Love vs. attachment involves understanding that Stoicism values love as a virtue, a positive force that enriches our lives without the chains of dependency. In the Stoic view, true love is about freedom and mutual growth. It stands resilient because it is based on a deep respect for individuality and personal integrity. Imagine love as a sturdy tree that grows steadily, its roots anchored in the earth of shared values and understanding. In contrast, attachment is like a tethered balloon, easily swayed by the winds of need and insecurity. It often demands control and constant validation, suffocating under the weight of expectation. Stoics believe that such attachment leads to destructive dependency, trapping individuals in a cycle of dissatisfaction and anxiety. By recognizing the difference, we can nurture relationships where love is free to flourish naturally. The Stoic approach encourages us to appreciate our partner for who they are, not as a means to fill our own voids. This perspective allows love to remain strong even in the face of life's uncertainties, promoting a bond that is both enduring and liberating. By letting go of attachment, we invite a love that is genuine and resilient, founded on the principles of respect and acceptance. The illusion of control teaches us an invaluable lesson about the limits of our influence. In Stoicism, the clarity between what lies within our control and what does not is fundamental. Think about how often we find ourselves wrapped in the turmoil of trying to manage others' emotions or responses. This misguided attempt to control extends to our relationships, where the desire to dictate how others feel about us or how they should behave only leads to frustration and tension. Stoicism reminds us that while we shape our actions, thoughts, and reactions, we have no power over another's feelings or choices. By focusing on our inner world, we cultivate a sense of calm and personal integrity that strengthens our relationships. Imagine holding a handful of sand. No matter how tightly you grip, the grains will slip through your fingers. Similarly, attempting to control someone else's heart or mind will only cause stress and detachment. When we release this need, we allow our relationships the space to breathe, grow, and flourish naturally. The real power lies in our responses, choosing to act from a place of acceptance and empathy. This shift not only brings inner peace but fosters authentic connections grounded in mutual respect and understanding. With Stoic wisdom, we learn to navigate love's complexities, letting go of illusions and embracing a more fulfilling way of relating to others. Emotional resilience is an integral aspect of Stoicism, offering us the tools to navigate rejection and emotional turbulence with grace and strength. Imagine the power of being unshaken by the emotional storms that often accompany love. The ability to remain grounded and composed regardless of external circumstances. Stoicism guides us in cultivating this resilience by training our minds to accept life's uncertainties without fear. One powerful Stoic practice that aids in developing emotional resilience is negative visualization. This technique involves contemplating potential negative outcomes in order to diminish the distress they might cause if they were to occur. Picture yourself calmly envisioning scenarios of rejection or loss, not to dwell in pessimism but to lessen their emotional impact. By doing so, you mentally prepare yourself, reducing the fear associated with these events and making it possible to approach love as a mutual and balanced journey rather than a source of anxiety. As you practice negative visualization, you learn to cherish the present, valuing what you have without being overwhelmed by the possibility of loss. This mindset shift transforms the experience of love, steering it away from fear-based dynamics and towards a path of genuine connection and mutual growth. Through emotional resilience, you equip yourself to face the inevitable ups and downs of relationships with equanimity, allowing love to evolve naturally and healthily. Stoicism empowers us to embrace love not as a quest for certainty, but as a dynamic exchange rich with learning and shared experiences. By focusing on self-awareness and emotional strength, we foster relationships that stand resilient in the face of challenges, nurturing bonds that thrive on mutual respect and understanding. Authenticity and virtue are at the heart of Stoic teachings, encouraging us to live in alignment with our true selves and the virtues we hold dear. In a world often driven by superficiality and appearances, Stoicism reminds us of the power that lies in being genuine. Living authentically means embracing who we are without pretense, staying true to our values, and acting with integrity in every aspect of life. This approach not only fosters self-respect but naturally attracts others who appreciate us for who we truly are. Consider the wisdom of the Stoics like Seneca, who believed that virtue is the only true good and that living virtuously brings contentment and fulfillment. He taught that one should focus on internal virtue rather than external accolades, for it is the former that leads to genuine and lasting connections. Marcus Aurelius, another revered Stoic, often reflected on the importance of staying true to oneself amid the chaos of life. His writings suggest that by adhering to our principles, we pave the way for relationships founded on trust and mutual respect. Picture the strength of a lighthouse standing firm amidst a turbulent sea, its light guiding those who seek a safe harbor. Similarly, our authenticity serves as a beacon to others, drawing like-minded individuals who value honesty and integrity. By living authentically, we allow our relationships to form naturally, free from the burden of false impressions or manipulation. Embracing this Stoic commitment to virtue ensures that the bonds we create are meaningful and enduring, supported by a foundation of mutual esteem and genuine connection. As we strive to embody these principles, we find not only personal peace but also a community of allies who enrich our lives with their presence and shared values. Through authenticity and virtue, we cultivate a life where love and friendship flourish organically, reflecting the deep wisdom of the Stoic path. Equanimity in relationships serves as a cornerstone of Stoic practice, anchoring us in a state of inner calm amidst the fluctuations of life. In the realm of love, equanimity is about maintaining a balanced emotional disposition, neither getting swept away by intense highs nor succumbing to overwhelming lows. Imagine navigating a relationship like a skilled sailor who knows how to steady the ship regardless of the stormy seas or the calm waters. This steadiness stems from understanding that we are responsible for our own reactions, not those of others. In relationships, this principle helps us avoid the extreme behaviors driven by passion or disappointment. Equanimity encourages us to respond to our partner's actions with thoughtful consideration rather than impulsiveness, allowing for a space where love can grow naturally. By cultivating equanimity, we can approach love without the desperation to control its every outcome, thereby creating a nurturing environment where both partners feel respected and valued. This balance fosters genuine connections based on mutual understanding and acceptance, eliminating the need to beg for love or validation. As we embrace equanimity, we empower ourselves to appreciate each moment in our relationships without being enslaved by our emotions, leading to more fulfilling and lasting bonds. The role of self-love in cultivating fulfilling relationships cannot be understated. In the realm of Stoicism, self-love is not a mere indulgence but a fundamental practice that fortifies our capacity to connect with others authentically. Imagine self-love as the roots of a tree, deep and secure, providing the strength needed for the branches above our relationships to flourish. When we nurture these roots, we cultivate a sense of self-respect that is resilient to the winds of external opinion or validation. This inner respect is about recognizing our intrinsic value, understanding that we are enough as we are, without the need to chase after validation from others. By developing genuine self-love, we naturally respect ourselves, and in doing so, we extend that respect to others. This reciprocal respect lays the groundwork for relationships that are grounded in equality and mutual admiration, free from the desperation that comes with seeking external affirmation. It's in the sanctuary of self-love that we find the courage to set boundaries and maintain them with kindness and clarity, ensuring that our interactions with others are healthy and enriching. Picture self-love as a mirror reflecting the truth of who we are, allowing us to see ourselves with compassion and honesty, while granting us the ability to accept others as they are. By embracing this Stoic practice, we avoid the pitfalls of dependency and neediness, approaching love and relationships from a place of wholeness. This transformation not only enriches our connections but also liberates us from the fear of being alone, as we realize that our completeness does not hinge on another's approval. In the empowering embrace of self-love, we carve out the space for love to manifest naturally, inviting genuine connections that are as enriching as they are enduring. Thus, self-love becomes the silent guide, steering us through the complexities of relationships with confidence and grace, ensuring that we never feel compelled to beg for love, but instead draw it to us naturally. Understanding Amor Fati leads us to the profound Stoic concept of loving our fate. This philosophy teaches us to embrace whatever life presents with acceptance and even appreciation. Imagine looking at every situation, every person who enters your life as a gift meant to shape who you are. By adopting Amor Fati, we stop resisting the natural flow of life, which includes the unpredictability of love. Rather than trying to mold and force relationships into what we think they should be, we learn to appreciate them as they are. This acceptance dissolves the desperate need to control or cling, replacing it with a serene trust that what is meant for us will naturally unfold. In the realm of relationships, Amor Fati encourages us to welcome experiences and connections that come our way without the anxiety of forcing outcomes. Picture a river flowing effortlessly towards the ocean, following its course naturally without force or struggle. Similarly, when we accept the events and people in our lives as they come, we allow our relationships to develop naturally, unhindered by the fears of losing or changing them to fit our desires. This perspective fosters a peaceful coexistence with the present, inviting love to flourish in its own time and way. As we embrace Amor Fati, we cultivate a genuine openness to the unknown, trusting that each moment holds potential for growth and connection. This surrender to the wisdom of fate frees us from the burdens of expectation, creating a space where love can thrive without constraints, and our lives become enriched by the beauty of what is, rather than what we think should be. Practicing detachment in the realm of Stoicism is about understanding the fine balance between connection and independence. It's not about distancing oneself emotionally or becoming indifferent to love and relationships, but rather disengaging from unhealthy attachments and expectations that weigh us down. Picture yourself holding onto a butterfly. If you grip too tightly, you may harm its delicate wings. If you hold it gently, it may flutter away but will always know it can return to a safe hand. Similarly, in relationships, detachment involves letting go of the need for constant reassurance or control over outcomes, allowing love to breathe and flourish on its own terms. To cultivate this type of constructive detachment in your relationships, begin by embracing mindfulness. Regularly check in with your emotions and thoughts to ensure you're not allowing fear or insecurity to drive your actions. This practice helps you stay grounded and observe feelings without being overwhelmed by them. Another practical tip is to focus on personal growth. Engage in activities that enhance your skills and awareness, such as reading, meditation, or hobbies that bring joy and fulfillment. This not only builds self-confidence but reinforces the understanding that your worth is not dependent on someone else's affection. Practicing gratitude is also essential. It shifts attention from what might be missing in your life to appreciating what is present, making it easier to release the need to cling or control. Finally, practice acceptance by acknowledging that not everything will unfold according to your desires. Embrace change and uncertainty as natural parts of life, reminding yourself that true love thrives in an environment of freedom rather than force. By integrating these Stoic practices into your life, you foster healthier, more dignified relationships, unburdened by the chains of neediness or desperation. Detachment, thus, becomes a powerful ally in nurturing love that is both authentic and liberating. The power of contentment reminds us that one of the core tenets of Stoic philosophy is finding joy and satisfaction in the present moment. Imagine freeing yourself from the constant pursuit of more, whether it's more love, more validation, or more material possessions. Instead of yearning for what you do not have, Stoicism guides you to cultivate a deep appreciation for the abundance already present in your life. This mindset shift allows love to grow naturally, untainted by desperation or lack. Picture your life as a tapestry, each thread representing the people and experiences that have shaped you. By focusing on the vibrant colors that are already woven into your existence rather than the missing pieces, you nurture a heart full of gratitude and contentment. Appreciate the friendships, moments of laughter, and acts of kindness that make up your daily life. By embracing contentment, you're able to approach relationships with a sense of fulfillment, not from a place of emptiness or need. This inner richness attracts genuine connections as others are drawn to the positivity and peace you emanate. Contentment encourages you to recognize and honor what you have, reducing envy or dissatisfaction that can poison relationships. It creates a foundation for love that is spacious and secure, where both partners feel valued and at ease. In this environment, love can flourish without force, thriving on the mutual joy found in shared experiences and simple moments. By appreciating the present, we unlock the true power of contentment, allowing it to guide us towards relationships that are both authentic and fulfilling. Boundaries and respect play a critical role in Stoic teachings, particularly when it comes to nurturing healthy relationships. Imagine boundaries as the invisible lines that define personal space and protect individuality, much like a garden fence that safeguards the growth within. These boundaries are not walls meant to isolate, but are essential for creating a space where mutual respect can flourish. In the realm of relationships, Stoicism teaches us that maintaining clear boundaries is an act of love and respect, both for ourselves and for those we care about. It allows us to honor our own needs and values while also acknowledging and respecting those of others. When we establish and communicate our boundaries openly and consistently, we create a foundation of trust and understanding. This clarity in relationships helps prevent misunderstandings and conflicts that arise from unmet expectations or unspoken desires. Instead of pleading for acceptance or trying to mold ourselves to fit others' preferences, we invite love to come naturally by being authentic and respectful of our own limits. By respecting boundaries, we foster an environment where both partners feel valued, heard, and appreciated for who they truly are. Mutual respect becomes the cornerstone of such relationships, inviting a love that is both enriching and enduring. Imagine a dance where each partner moves in harmony, aware of the other's rhythm and space, creating a beautiful symphony of connection. It is in this dance of boundaries and respect that love finds its natural course, free from the constraints of neediness and coercion. By embracing this Stoic principle, we cultivate relationships that are fulfilling and genuine, drawing love effortlessly into our lives as a reflection of our inner harmony and respect for others. Perceptions and reality play a pivotal role in the teachings of Stoicism, where it is believed that the way we perceive things directly influences our reality. Imagine walking through life with a set of lenses that color every experience, shaping how you see the world and those around you. These lenses are your perceptions, and they determine whether your experiences are filled with joy or discontent. Stoicism teaches us that while we may not control external events, we have the power to choose our perceptions, thus transforming our internal landscape. Consider for a moment how this concept applies to love and relationships. Often, the expectations we carry about how love should appear or how relationships should unfold can cloud our ability to appreciate them as they are. By adjusting these perceptions, we open ourselves up to experiencing love in its most genuine form, unencumbered by preconceived notions or societal pressures. Imagine perceiving love not as a transaction but as a shared journey of growth and companionship. This shift in perspective allows us to embrace the uniqueness of each connection, valuing partners for their true selves rather than for fulfilling an ideal. Picture seeing relationships as a dance where both individuals contribute their rhythm, creating harmony without one leading or following out of obligation. By consciously choosing perceptions that align with openness and acceptance, we pave the way for relationships that are more organic and fulfilling. This transformation in how we perceive love and relationships invites a deeper understanding and appreciation, moving away from the confines of rigid expectations. In essence, by mastering our perceptions, we can shape a reality that is enriched with genuine connections, where love is not forced but flourishes naturally. As you embrace this Stoic insight, you'll find that adjusting your perceptions creates space for love to enter your life in unexpected and beautiful ways, forming bonds that are both authentic and lasting. Embracing imperfection is a fundamental aspect of Stoic wisdom, urging us to recognize and accept the flaws within ourselves and others. Imagine imperfections as unique brushstrokes on the canvas of life, contributing to a broader masterpiece. In the realm of love, this acceptance becomes a powerful tool, allowing relationships to flourish without the unrealistic burden of perfection. Stoicism teaches us that imperfections are inherent in the human experience, and by acknowledging them, we pave the way for deeper understanding and compassion. Picture a relationship where both partners see each other through the lens of acceptance, valuing the person as a whole rather than focusing on perceived shortcomings. This perspective transforms love from a fragile, demanding expectation into a resilient, nurturing bond. By embracing imperfection, we release the need to constantly fix or change our partners, instead fostering an environment where both individuals feel accepted and appreciated for who they are. This approach not only deepens the connection but also encourages personal growth, as each person is given the space to evolve naturally, free from judgment or pressure. Consider the beauty of a tree that grows amidst the rocks, its roots finding strength and nourishment even in challenging conditions. Similarly, relationships grounded in the acceptance of imperfection draw strength and character from their uniqueness, growing stronger and more vibrant over time. As you embrace this Stoic principle, you'll find relationships enriched with authenticity and grace, where love is not an endless pursuit of the ideal, but a heartfelt appreciation for the imperfect journey shared together. This understanding creates a refuge of acceptance and mutual respect, where love naturally finds its place, unencumbered by the weight of perfection. The role of patience in love invites us to explore the profound impact of the Stoic virtue of patience in nurturing meaningful relationships. Picture patience as a gentle gardener, tending to the seeds of love with care and time, allowing them to blossom naturally. In a world often dominated by instant gratification, Stoicism offers a reminder that true love requires the grace of patience to thrive. It's about learning to appreciate the slow unfolding of connection, trusting in its natural progression without the compulsion to rush. Imagine the anxiety that often accompanies the need to expedite relationships. The urge to fast-track intimacy or emotional bonds can lead to a fragile foundation. Patience, however, transforms this dynamic, reducing the pressure of forcing affection. It grants love the freedom to evolve on its own terms, fostering a bond that is resilient and genuine. Consider the art of waiting as an opportunity for deeper understanding and personal growth. By embracing patience, you learn to savor each moment, celebrating the milestones in a relationship as they come, rather than as dictated by external expectations. This release from the anxiety of rushing brings a sense of peace and confidence, allowing both partners to engage fully and authentically with one another. Every relationship is like a unique story that unfolds at its own pace, and by honoring this flow, you create a space where mutual respect and affection can flourish naturally. As patience becomes a guiding force, it transforms love into a shared journey, rich with exploration and discovery, free from the constraints of urgency. Thus, through the virtue of patience, Stoicism empowers us to embrace love as an organic process, one that deepens over time and stands the test of life's challenges, creating connections that are both enduring and fulfilling. Silence and reflection are invaluable practices within the Stoic framework, serving as essential tools for gaining insights into our emotions and responses. Picture your mind as a calm, clear lake, reflecting the world around it without distortion. When we embrace moments of silence, we allow ourselves the space to step back from the noise of daily life and observe our internal landscape with clarity. This practice isn't about retreating from life, but about creating a sanctuary where we can process our thoughts and feelings without the chaos of external distractions. Through regular silence and reflection, we cultivate an understanding of our emotional reactions, leading to greater self-awareness and balance. Imagine how this clarity can transform your approach to love and relationships. Instead of acting from a place of impulse or desperation, you gain the ability to respond thoughtfully, guided by a deeper comprehension of what's truly important to you. Reflection allows you to identify patterns in your behavior, recognize what serves you well, and make conscious choices that align with your values and desires. Consider the power of journaling or meditation as part of this reflective practice, helping you explore your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Think of it as tending to a garden, nurturing the seeds of insight and growth that blossom into authentic and fulfilling connections. As you integrate silence and reflection into your life, you find yourself operating from a space of inner calm and wisdom, fostering relationships that are grounded in authenticity rather than desperation. These practices empower you to navigate the complexities of love with grace and understanding, drawing you closer to the genuine connections you seek while maintaining inner peace. By adopting silence and reflection as daily rituals, you not only enhance your own emotional well-being, but also create an environment where love can thrive naturally, without the need to force or beg for it. The influence of external opinions carries significant weight in our lives, often shaping decisions and perceptions, especially in matters of love. Within the teachings of Stoicism, there is a profound emphasis on nurturing an internal compass that guides our choices, rather than succumbing to the influence of external judgments. Imagine living as a tree deeply rooted in its soil, unaffected by the winds that may sway its branches. This stability comes from an unwavering connection to one's own values and beliefs, providing a foundation that remains steady despite external pressures. In relationships, this Stoic principle becomes particularly powerful, as it encourages us to seek validation and worth from within rather than from others. Consider how often we may change ourselves or our actions based on what we believe others expect or desire. This reliance on external opinions can lead to a loss of authenticity, creating relationships built on pretense rather than truth. By prioritizing our internal compass, we foster a sense of independence and self-assurance that naturally attracts love that is sincere and genuine. This self-reliance doesn't equate to isolation, but rather ensures that the connections we build are based on mutual respect and understanding. Imagine the liberation that comes from engaging in relationships where both partners are free to be themselves, unencumbered by the need to conform to perceived societal norms. By embracing Stoic wisdom, we cultivate the confidence to be our true selves, inviting love that resonates with our authentic essence. As we distance ourselves from the noise of external opinions, we open the door to a profound sense of self-acceptance and empowerment. This newfound freedom allows us to engage in relationships where authenticity thrives, forming bonds that are both meaningful and enduring. Through the Stoic lens, we learn that by tuning into our internal guidance, we create space for love that is not only genuine but also reflective of our deepest values and truths. Viewing challenges as lessons invites us to adopt a Stoic mindset, one that redefines challenges and failures in love as valuable opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Imagine each stumble not as a setback but as a stepping stone leading you toward wisdom and resilience. Through the Stoic lens, we learn that adversity in relationships is not something to be feared or avoided, but rather embraced as a natural part of the human experience. Consider how a Stoic philosopher like Marcus Aurelius might approach a failed relationship not with despair but with a reflective curiosity, asking what can be learned and how it might fortify one's character. This approach allows us to extract valuable lessons from each encounter, reshaping our perspective on love and life itself. Instead of seeing failure as a finality, Stoicism encourages us to view it as a teacher, imparting lessons of patience, understanding, and emotional strength. Picture the resilience of a tree bending with the wind rather than breaking, its roots growing deeper with each storm. Similarly, each challenge in love builds our emotional fortitude, teaching us about our own needs, boundaries, and the importance of mutual respect. By embracing this Stoic principle, we transform obstacles into insights, learning to navigate the complexities of relationships with a wisdom that is both profound and enduring. This resilience, forged through adversity, fosters a deeper connection to ourselves and others, inviting a love that is authentic and resilient. As we grow through these experiences, we not only become more adept at handling future challenges, but also cultivate a life rich with genuine and fulfilling connections. Through the teachings of Stoicism, we learn to view every experience as a chance to evolve, celebrating the journey of love with all its imperfections and lessons as an integral part of our personal growth. Mindful communication is an essential practice in relationships that Stoicism champions. Imagine a conversation where words are chosen with care and the intent is clear and sincere. This is the essence of mindful communication, engaging in dialogues that nurture understanding and respect, paving the way for connections that are both genuine and enduring. Think of mindful communication as a bridge connecting two individuals with empathy and clarity, allowing their thoughts and feelings to be shared openly without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. In the Stoic tradition, this practice is encouraged as a means to cultivate deeper relationships aligned with the principles of honesty and virtue. By approaching interactions with mindfulness, we create a space where manipulation and coercion have no place. Picture a relationship where both partners feel seen and heard, each respecting the other's perspective and learning from one another. This environment of trust and openness is fostered through conversations that are free from hidden agendas or unspoken expectations. Mindful communication involves listening actively, speaking truthfully, and expressing oneself with kindness and clarity. It requires a commitment to transparency, where the goal is to understand rather than to control. By embracing this practice, we allow relationships to evolve naturally, grounded in mutual respect and authentic connection. Consider the transformative power of a simple but honest dialogue, how it can diffuse tension, resolve conflicts, and forge stronger bonds. This art of communication strengthens relationships, drawing partners closer together through a shared journey of discovery and growth. As you integrate mindful communication into your life, you cultivate a relational space where love can flourish without constraints, inviting a depth of connection that is both fulfilling and resilient. Through the lens of Stoicism, this practice not only enhances the quality of our interactions, but also enriches our lives with sincere and meaningful connections, free from the need to beg for love or acceptance. Letting love find you is a central tenet of the Stoic approach, encouraging a peaceful acceptance of love's natural progression rather than pursuing it with relentless fervor. Imagine a field of wildflowers, thriving and vibrant, untouched by forceful hands. This image reflects how love flourishes most beautifully when allowed to unfold at its own pace. Stoicism invites us to step back from the frantic chase for love, embracing a more serene and open stance that welcomes connection without desperation. Instead of urgently seeking out affection, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate the right environment within ourselves, fostering personal growth and emotional balance that naturally attracts love. Consider your life as a garden needing careful attention and nurturing. By focusing on self-awareness, being true to your values, and maintaining emotional clarity, you provide the fertile soil for love to take root on its own. Create spaces for genuine interactions where authenticity and mutual respect bloom freely. Picture engaging in activities that resonate with your inner values and passions, drawing like-minded individuals who appreciate the genuine essence of who you are. Embrace opportunities for personal enrichment, whether through hobbies, learning, or connecting with others in meaningful ways, allowing love to find you in the spaces where you are most authentically yourself. This gentle practice of letting love come naturally liberates us from the constraints of neediness and expectation, giving relationships the freedom to develop without pressure. As we align with the Stoic wisdom of acceptance and patience, we discover that love, like a river, flows more abundantly when it is not forced. This understanding nurtures relationships that are resilient and sincere, enriching our lives with connections that are as fulfilling as they are natural. By letting love find you, you invite a sense of peace and trust in the journey, confident that the right connections will blossom in their own time, bringing a deeper and more lasting joy. Gratitude in relationships holds a profound place within Stoic practice, embodying an appreciation for what is rather than yearning for what is not. Imagine gratitude as a gentle light, illuminating the beauty in relationships and shedding warmth on both the giver and the receiver. This practice encourages us to focus on the present moment and acknowledge the positive aspects of our connections, creating a nurturing environment where love can thrive organically. By shifting our focus to gratitude, we transform our perspective, moving away from dissatisfaction or lack and towards a space of fulfillment and contentment. Picture a relationship where each partner takes time to express appreciation for one another, recognizing the small gestures and everyday moments that often go unnoticed. This acknowledgement forms the bedrock of trust and mutual respect, paving the way for deeper emotional bonds. Gratitude acts as a bridge, connecting individuals through shared appreciation and a sense of belonging. It invites us to celebrate the uniqueness of our partners and the richness they bring into our lives. By practicing gratitude, we diminish the tendency to take relationships for granted or become entangled in unnecessary conflicts. Instead, we embrace an attitude of thankfulness that enhances our capacity to love and be loved without force or expectation. Consider how gratitude shifts our energy towards positivity and acceptance, drawing us closer to our authentic selves and to others. This perspective nurtures a sense of peace and harmony within relationships, encouraging a natural flow of love that does not rely on persuasion or pleading. As we cultivate gratitude, we invite a wealth of joy and fulfillment into our relationships, allowing love to blossom naturally and enduringly. Through the consistent practice of gratitude, we enrich our lives with connections that are both meaningful and resilient, embodying the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with oneself and others. The impact of impermanence is a core Stoic understanding that brings profound wisdom to how we approach love and relationships. Imagine the gentle ebb and flow of the tides, each wave marking a moment that is both fleeting and essential. This imagery reflects the Stoic acceptance of impermanence, reminding us that all things, including relationships, are subject to change and passage. In the realm of love, embracing impermanence encourages us to cherish every moment shared, knowing that each connection, no matter how brief, contributes to the richness of our journey. By accepting the transient nature of relationships, we liberate ourselves from the fear of loss and the compulsion to hold on too tightly. Picture viewing each relationship as a chapter in your life's narrative, each possessing its own lessons and beauty. This perspective allows us to engage fully and authentically, appreciating the present without becoming entangled in the anxiety of permanence. It teaches us to recognize when it's time to let go, ensuring that love remains a source of joy and growth rather than a cause for clinging or sorrow. As we internalize the Stoic wisdom of impermanence, we learn to release relationships gracefully, with gratitude for the experiences shared, while remaining open to new possibilities that life presents. This acceptance fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate the complexities of love with a heart that is both open and unburdened. By fully embracing the notion of impermanence, we not only enrich our current connections but also cultivate an inner peace that flows naturally into every aspect of our lives. Through the lens of Stoicism, we come to understand that the beauty of love lies not in its duration but in the depth of connection it brings, inviting us to honor each moment and let love evolve without force. Balancing independence and love calls us to embrace the Stoic value of self-sufficiency while appreciating the essential connections that shape our lives. Imagine independence as a strong pillar supporting a bridge, allowing it to stand firm and carry the weight of both individuals and the relationships they form. This Stoic principle underscores the importance of being whole within ourselves, ensuring that our self-worth and contentment are not dependent on others. Picture a relationship where each partner maintains their individuality, pursuing personal growth and passions while still valuing the unique bond they share. This balance fosters a dynamic where love thrives not out of necessity, but from a genuine desire to connect and grow together. Consider the transformation that occurs when independence is valued within a relationship. It creates a space where both partners feel respected and free to be themselves. This freedom eliminates the pressure to change or conform, inviting authenticity and trust as the foundation of the relationship. Rather than clinging out of fear of being alone, partners engage with one another as equals, sharing life's journey with mutual respect and admiration. By cultivating personal independence, we approach relationships with a sense of completeness, enriching them with the diverse experiences and perspectives we bring. This balance allows love to flourish naturally without the desperation often born from dependency. As we harmonize our individuality with our connections, we create relationships that are resilient and fulfilling, embodying the Stoic ideal of self-sufficiency complemented by genuine bonds. Through this balanced approach, we invite love that is free from the constraints of neediness, drawing connections that are both enriching and enduring, ultimately leading to a life where love resonates naturally without being forced. Avoiding over-expectations, we enter into a valuable lesson within Stoicism that teaches us the art of moderating our expectations, particularly in love and relationships. Imagine expectations as weights we carry. When they are excessive, they burden us and those we love, often leading to disappointment when reality does not align with our lofty ideals. Stoicism gently guides us to release these weights, advocating for a balanced approach that embraces realism and acceptance. By reducing over-expectations, we allow love to unfold more naturally, free from the pressures of meeting predefined standards or outcomes. This practice shifts our focus from what we believe a relationship should be to appreciating it for what it truly is. Picture approaching love with an open heart, welcoming each moment as it comes rather than as part of a pre-scripted narrative. With fewer expectations, we cultivate a space where love can grow authentically, fostering genuine connections that are grounded in mutual respect and understanding. This Stoic wisdom encourages us to savor the present, recognizing that each person and relationship brings its own unique gifts, untainted by the burden of comparison or anticipation. By embracing moderation in expectations, we not only minimize the risk of disappointment, but also invite a sense of serenity and fulfillment into our relationships. This balanced perspective allows us to appreciate the beauty of what is, nurturing bonds that are sincere and enduring. Through the lens of Stoicism, reducing over-expectations becomes a pathway to deeper, more meaningful connections where love flourishes naturally, unshackled by the confines of forced ideals. As we practice this mindful moderation, we discover a new depth of joy and contentment in our relationships, reflecting a harmony that resonates throughout our lives. Aligning love with values introduces a profound Stoic principle that encourages us to harmonize our personal values with our relationship choices. Imagine your values as the compass guiding you on the journey of life, ensuring that every step you take is true to who you are. When it comes to love and relationships, aligning with your core values becomes an essential practice for fostering authentic connections that feel natural and unforced. Picture choosing a partner whose values resonate with yours, like two instruments playing a harmonious melody. This alignment creates a relationship grounded in mutual understanding and respect, where both individuals appreciate each other's perspectives and aspirations. Consider how entering a relationship without value alignment can lead to discord and strain, like playing in an orchestra where each musician follows a different sheet of music. When values clash, misunderstandings and conflicts become frequent, detracting from the joy and fulfillment that love should bring. Stoicism reminds us that by ensuring compatibility in core values, we create a foundation where love flourishes effortlessly. This compatibility allows us to navigate life's challenges together, united by a common purpose and vision. Picture the profound connection that arises when both partners are committed to similar principles, whether it's a shared appreciation for integrity, kindness, or growth. This shared framework fosters a bond where communication flows freely and support is unconditional, eliminating the need to force or beg for love. By consciously aligning your love with your values, you invite relationships that reflect the true essence of who you are, creating a space where love can thrive in its most genuine form. Through this alignment, you cultivate connections that are not only enduring but also enriching, embodying the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with one's true self. As you embrace this wisdom, you find that love becomes a natural extension of your values, drawing you closer to those who share your vision and enriching your journey with authenticity and grace. Learning from Stoic figures offers us timeless insights into the nature of love, providing guidance that remains relevant even in today's fast-paced world. Consider the teachings of Seneca, who advocated for deep introspection and understanding in relationships. His letters reveal the importance of viewing love as a shared journey, where each partner brings their unique strengths to create a harmonious bond. Picture Seneca's emphasis on nurturing love through kindness and patience, encouraging partners to see each other as allies in life's challenges rather than opponents. This wisdom teaches us that by embracing a mindset of cooperation and compassion, love can flourish naturally without the need for pressure or force. Marcus Aurelius, another revered Stoic philosopher, provided profound reflections on personal integrity and the virtue of being true to oneself in relationships. Imagine his meditations guiding us to cultivate authenticity and honesty as the foundation for any connection. Marcus believed in the power of self-awareness, urging individuals to understand and respect their own values before seeking external validation. This perspective invites us to enter relationships with a clear sense of self, fostering authenticity that attracts genuine love. Picture Epictetus, who taught that external events, including relationships, are not within our control, but our reactions to them are. His teachings encourage us to focus on what we can change our attitudes and perceptions, rather than attempting to mold others to fit our desires. By letting go of the need to control, we create space for love to grow naturally, untainted by unrealistic expectations. These Stoic figures remind us that by applying their wisdom, we can cultivate relationships that are rooted in respect, patience, and authenticity, allowing love to thrive on its own terms. Through their teachings, we find a pathway to connections that are both enduring and deeply fulfilling, resonating with the principles that have guided Stoicism for centuries. By embodying these insights in our modern lives, we can navigate the complexities of love with grace and understanding, inviting genuine connections that enrich our journey without the need for force or desperation. Integrating Stoic practices daily is a journey towards enriching your relationships through consistent and mindful actions. Imagine starting each day with a moment of meditation where you clear your mind and set a calm, focused intent for the day ahead. Meditation invites serenity and clarity, enabling you to approach relationships with patience and understanding. Another valuable practice is journaling, where you dedicate time to reflect on your emotions, thoughts, and experiences. Picture using your journal as a compass, guiding you in recognizing patterns and learning from each interaction. Write about your feelings, your triumphs, and even your challenges, allowing yourself to grow through introspection. This reflection fosters self-awareness, helping you engage with loved ones from a place of authenticity and empathy. Incorporate everyday mindfulness by being fully present in each moment shared with others. Imagine listening deeply to a conversation, undistracted by the noise of your own thoughts or external worries. This presence signals respect and attentiveness, nurturing trust and connection. Consider practicing gratitude as you end your day. Reflect on what you appreciate about your relationships, acknowledging the kind gestures and shared moments that bring joy and fulfillment. This practice of gratitude shifts your focus to positivity, reinforcing the bonds you cherish. By weaving these Stoic exercises into your daily life, you create a harmonious environment where love can flourish naturally. Each practice builds upon the other, cultivating a lifestyle rich in intentionality and grace. As you embrace these daily rituals, you enhance your ability to connect deeply and genuinely, drawing closer to the meaningful relationships you seek without the need to force or beg for love. Common misconceptions about Stoic love bring us to the frequently misunderstood perception that Stoicism promotes a cold or detached approach to relationships. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. While Stoicism emphasizes control over one's emotions, it doesn't advocate for emotional suppression or the absence of love. Instead, it encourages a deep, genuine form of affection rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Picture a relationship where emotions are acknowledged, yet not ruled by impulsive reactions. This emotional clarity allows for a more profound connection, where both partners feel valued and respected for who they truly are. Stoics believe that love should be free from the chains of dependency, fostering bonds where individuality is celebrated, not suppressed. Imagine a harmonious dance where two individuals move together with grace, each respecting the other's space and rhythm. This is the essence of Stoic love, where warmth and authenticity lead the way, ensuring relationships are both fulfilling and enduring. By dispelling the myth of detachment, we uncover the true heart of Stoic teachings, which advocate for compassion and kindness as cornerstones of meaningful connections. Through this lens, love becomes an empowering journey, unburdened by insecurities, inviting us to engage with others from a place of sincerity and genuine care. As we embrace the warmth of Stoic principles, we discover a love that is not only tender and authentic, but also resilient enough to weather life's challenges, drawing us closer to the heartfelt connections we seek. Creating a Stoic relationship blueprint begins with understanding the core principles of virtue, respect, and mutual growth that form the foundation of Stoic teachings. Imagine crafting a blueprint as constructing a solid structure where each element supports and complements the other, forming a cohesive and resilient whole. Start by reflecting on the virtues that matter most to you, such as integrity, peace, and compassion, and consider how these values can guide your interactions with others. Picture virtue as the cornerstone, providing a stable base for all connections in your life. Next, emphasize respect both for yourself and those you engage with. This involves acknowledging individual boundaries and celebrating diverse perspectives, much like a garden that flourishes with varied colors and shapes. Respect fosters an environment where authenticity and trust thrive naturally, creating fertile ground for genuine relationships. As you outline this blueprint, focus on mutual growth, viewing each relationship as a partnership where both individuals nurture and support one another's development. Imagine a symbiotic relationship, much like two trees growing side by side, each supporting the other's growth without overshadowing. Encourage personal reflection to identify areas for improvement, whether by practicing patience, enhancing communication, or engaging in self-care, ensuring your blueprint aligns with the ideals discussed in Stoic philosophy. By applying these principles, you construct a framework that not only invites meaningful connections, but also enriches your own journey of personal growth. This Stoic-inspired blueprint acts as a guide, leading you towards relationships that are not only enduring but also deeply fulfilling, embodying the true essence of a life enriched with natural and unforced love. As you integrate these elements into your daily life, you create a harmonious balance between personal values and relational commitments, inviting love that resonates with sincerity and depth, free from coercion or desperation. In summary, the journey through Stoic principles reveals a pathway to love that is naturally enriching and unburdened by force. By understanding and applying the wisdom of Stoicism, we learn to foster relationships grounded in mutual respect, authenticity, and virtue. The emphasis on patience, mindfulness, and emotional resilience empowers us to cultivate love that is fulfilling and enduring, honoring both individuality and connection. Through the acceptance of impermanence and the practice of gratitude, we open ourselves to the beauty of love as it is, rather than how we imagine it should be. These teachings encourage us to embrace life and relationships with confidence and grace, free from the desperation of control or neediness. As you reflect on these insights, consider how this philosophy can enhance your personal relationships, offering a sense of peace and genuine connection. We invite you to share your experiences, engage in the conversation, and explore the transformative power of Stoicism in your own life. If you found this content valuable, please subscribe to our channel for more enlightening discussions on Stoic wisdom and its application in everyday life. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos, and leave a comment below sharing how Stoicism has influenced your journey. Thank you for being a part of this exploration into the art of not forcing love, and for opening your heart to a more natural, empowered way of being.